My name is Pastor Reiter, Bernard Reiter, and I pastor a congregation named Brit Hadashah in Baltimore, Maryland. I met Claudia. She came up from Bolivia to visit her daughter, and she attended our congregation several times, and she really enjoyed the worship and our way of Messianic Jewish worship and the way we do Torah, and she decided she wanted to get involved. And as she went to Sucre, she felt led of the Lord to begin a work down there, a mission project, so to speak. And she connected it with me as an elder to help her do this work or this mission that has felt necessary to complete, and she believes and she knows that God will move in this manner to bless the Jewish population in Bolivia and the area surrounding it. Now, as a Messianic Jewish pastor, there are very few missions or very few Messianic congregations in South America. Very few. And the problem we have is we don't have a place for the Jewish community that believes that Jesus is their Messiah to come and to really worship and get together with God and to have that relationship that they really need. So Claudia had gotten a vision from the Lord about this, and this is our mission organization, is to try to move in a way and give the people in Sucre and the surrounding area a place to worship and to also refresh themselves in a spiritual environment. Claudia she's well trained in holistic arts, also massage therapy and so on and so forth. So this will be added to the ministry that'll be going on in this place that we're going to build. Now, if you would be so kind to donate to this missions work, our VIP members would be eligible to stay at the worship center. There's 4 different suites, so to speak, that are there for missionaries or VIP members that want to visit and want to stay and enjoy the worship and the relationship with Claudia and those that are there ministering. It would be great to have you come down. As you donate, don't forget that what you're donating to, you can also visit, and we would appreciate you visiting. It is a difficult work that we're entering into because of the fact that the spiritual environment in South America is very difficult. So we would ask that you bless the Jews by donating, and that you bless the people of Sucre and Bolivia by allowing Claudia and the other elders involved in this to be able to raise up a building that would suit the needs of the people in Sucre. And I would appreciate it strongly. And I really want to thank anyone who is donating, because it's so important for the work of the Lord to go forth in this area. A little background, why a Jewish mission. In and before 1925, the Jewish population in Europe began to feel a sense or a need to leave the area of Europe. It was due to God's calling them out, knowing that there would be issues of anti-Semitism and issues of war. Now, as the war grew closer in 1933 to 1939, the anti-Semitism also rose up. And due to that, many Jews moved to South America because they could not get into the United States, or they were not able to move to other areas of the world that would accept them. But South America accepted hundreds of thousands of Jews, and they assimilated into the different countries that now make up the majority of South America. Now, many of the Jews assimilated and accepted Christ as their Savior, but have nowhere to worship. And what we're doing is we're building a place for these Jewish people to reconnect with their roots and to come back to a place where they can actually worship the Lord in spirit and in truth. And this is why we're doing this. And it's extremely important that we do this at this period of time, because the Lord is beginning to call these Jews back to Israel. So not only will this place be a place of sanctuary and worship and so on and so forth, it'll also work to help the Jews realize their need to return back to Israel, and we will also be helping them do so. So as you give to this work, realize that you're blessing Israel. And God has said, if you bless my people, I'll bless you. And that is extremely important, because as we support Israel in these last days, God will bless us. And that is extremely important to understand the blessing that God does give to those who actually bless his people. Now, Messianic Judaism is a very small portion of the Jewish community. And that's another reason for our center, because we want to spread the gospel to the Jews who do not believe, so that they can come to the knowledge and the saving grace of Jesus Christ and become members of this place and have a greater relationship with Christ as a church community or a synagogue community. So we really implore you to give and to bless the Jewish people and to bless Israel by helping us with this mission building and this missionary outreach. And as I have put it, it's extremely important that we do this, because we are in the last days. And we will honor anyone who gives to this project in different ways. And we want to thank you, and I'm going to thank you in advance for the giving, because I know the plans and the ways of the Lord will be done with this. This is not something that I get anything out of. Yeah, I receive no monetary compensation for this work. My place with this work is only to oversee it as a believer, as a pastor, and as a prophet, and to make sure that the money is spent properly and it goes to the proper areas. We're using the local people to build and to do the work, and that blesses them. But we also want to bless them in another way, because as they work on the project, whether they're carpenters or they pour cement or whatever they're doing, that they realize that this is a special place, and it also draws them to attend. So we want to thank you for that. Claudia is not receiving anything for this, nor am I or the other elders. It's strictly for the building of this center and the running of this center. And I want to thank you in advance for your donations and for all that you're doing for us in this ministry missions portion to bless Israel.